So here's the beautiful thing, recovery survivors. When you communicate from this powerful state, narcissistic arguments start to just vanish like in thin air. And what ends up happening is you're no longer fueling the narcissistic fire. No. Instead, what you're doing is you're creating this calm awareness in the midst of all this narcissistic chaos. Now, narcissists have this tendency not to be able to hear. It's like they go deaf when someone is talking to them in a state of just cool, collected self-respect. Because, like, if you think about it, it's just all that anger that they've got. They're like these crackheads that just want another hit. And if you don't give them that anger right back, then what are they gonna do? They're gonna go through withdrawal, man. I'm going through withdrawal, but that's okay. You go through withdrawal over there. It's their withdrawal. It has nothing to do with you. Their addiction to chaos and drama is their addiction to chaos and drama. If you feed it, well, guess what? They're going to come back for more. So what I want to do is just keep it a little real. And this is a bit of a sad reality because narcissists aren't going to respond positively to boundaries or this new calm demeanor. And that's okay. Let them. Their tantrums and poking at your biggest triggers is just a sign that you're doing something right, that it's working. So whatever it is that you're doing, don't stop. Keep doing that. Because at the end of the day, we're not seeking narcissist approval or their validation anymore. No, their opinions actually don't matter. They just don't. Nothing that they say to provoke our triggers, the ones that are in with us, none of that matters. Because at the end of the day, they don't matter. And what does it matter what someone who doesn't matter thinks? It doesn't. We're speaking our truth because our truth is important to us. And if a narcissist chooses not to respect our boundaries, well, that's on them. We, the survivors of narcissism, no, we're going to hold our ground. And we're going to firmly and confidently stay here, hold our ground right here. And they can do their schoolyard nonsense over there where no one's watching and no one cares. What we're going to do is we're going to continue on our own personal journey of just self-discovery, of empowerment, of positive communications with ourselves and everyone. And what we're going to do is we're going to stay in our calm, confident, self-loving state and let our words and our actions do the talking. Now, at this point in the video, we're kind of reaching this crucial point of just this boundary setting journey. So let's dive deep into the next phase. We're going to dive into a situation that can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Now, picture this, and maybe this is true for you. It was true for me. You've surrounded yourself with these narcissistic people for quite some time. This isn't new. They've been here for a while. And what they've done is developed a relationship with an older version of you, the one without clearly defined boundaries or standards. And guess what? You've undergone a personal, powerful transformation. And it's going to take some time for them to get used to that. You've stepped into your power. You've embraced self-love. You've asserted yourself. And you've established those strong boundaries. You're not attacking anyone anymore. And you're not trying to solve all problems through anger. No. You're radiating confidence and taking care of yourself like a boss, like a champ. And here's the thing, it's going to catch them off guard. They're used to that old version of you, and then suddenly this new improved individual just kind of pops up out of nowhere with a whole new set of standards and expectation. Well, those narcissists is going to take some time to adjust to this new upgraded you. It's kind of like, when you upgrade your phone and you get the latest model, and some of those like really old features and those old apps, they just don't seem to work properly anymore. But the new phone without the old apps is actually more efficient. You can get more done with it. This update, this upgrading you, it's going to take some time for people to get used to. And other people in your life, not just the narcissists, they may need some time to adapt to this new version of you, which means, we're evolving. And if they have a trouble with that's too bad. We're human. Evolution says as a species, we evolve. We get better, we improve. That's science. It's pure science. And we can't argue with science. Those lab coat people, they know stuff. And as we recover from narcissism, we're also going to evolve. Now, as you start living your life with these newfound boundaries, a couple things are going to happen. Some people that may not be able to keep up with your growth, they may decide to just step out of the equation. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes it's necessary to let go of relationships that no longer serve us. But here's the exciting part. Those who value and respect you will rise to the occasion. They'll embrace this new you and embrace those incredible strides that you've been making and encourage you and support you. They'll support you in your journey and stand by your side as you continue to grow and evolve. So don't be discouraged by a few people that kind of drift away. It means you're doing something right. And what you're starting to do in your life is just start to weed out those low-level narcissists that have just kind of found their way into your space. They don't want to accept you for who you are. And that's fine. If you don't want to accept me for who I am, the door is right there. Use it. Turn, pull, go. And what that tells you is that you're focusing on the right things. You're starting to focus only on the things that uplift you, that give you energy, that encourage you. This is your chance to replace those people, to surround yourself with individuals who appreciate the changes that you're making and just celebrate your journey of self-improvement. So just be aware when you start enforcing and setting boundaries with people that are already in your life, there may be a little bit of potential turbulence that kind of comes with that. So just brace yourself for that, Seatbelts on, tray table in their full upright position. Should the cabin lose oxygen, an oxygen mask will fall from from the ceiling, and be sure to grab the mask and use it on yourself before trying to help anyone else. That's the lesson in that. And here's the deal, certain individuals in your life, like, that narcissistic aunt or that manipulative friend, they're going to put up a fight. And it might be a big fight. They work so hard to control you, and now you're taking your control back. Of course they're hurt. Of course they're upset with you. They may be thinking, oh my God, you're so selfish. How dare you put yourself first? And there's going to be some potentially serious backlash coming. Why? Well, it's because there's lots of boundary pushers out there. Narcissists, they come in all forms. And once you start to see one, you start to see that there's been like a whole slew of them around you the entire time, just hoping that you wouldn't notice. It's kind of like walking into a dark room and turning the lights on, and all of a sudden, all the cockroaches just scatter. So let them scatter. Go, scatter. These people thrive on testing your limits to see how far they can stretch your boundaries. But fear not, that's good news. Because what that says is that you've evolved, that you've grown, that you're no longer that person that they once knew, that you've leveled up your experience, you've leveled up your being, and you have become a boundary-setting champion. And guess what? That's what threw them off balance. So gain your balance back or fall off the beam. I got places to go, I got things to do. This is where you can, imagine yourself like an almighty fortress, just standing tall and just unyielding. And your fortress is protected by a moat. There's a drawbridge, and you get to decide who can come in and out. And inside the walls of your fortress, this is where people feel safe and protected. They're free to go about their business. And as marauders kind of come, they just quickly give up because they're looking for somebody with weak boundaries. They don't want to put up a fight. So let them give up. Let them go away. And when you're standing in your true self, and you're standing in pride and self-confidence, most narcissists will just look at you as that strong, enforced fortress and just walk away on their own. They'll just kind of see you from a distance in your fortress and just say, oh, wait, that fortress, that can't be breached. I'm just going to go to the next village. And they're just going to go. So be prepared for some resistance when you first start enforcing boundaries. These people, they're used to a certain version of you. And you've undergone like an epic transformation. But remember, you're standing strong on your newfound self-love and your newfound assertiveness. And you're not going to back down. And when these narcissists come in and try to test your boundaries, this is where you can just practice staying firm and unwavering and let them know that the old ways just don't fly anymore. That old behavior, those old tactics, I know. And here's another amazing thing about when you first start setting boundaries, that not everyone in your life is going to give you a hard time. Some may actually surprise you and embrace the changes that you're making. They'll understand and respect your need for boundaries, for your need to protect yourself, for your need for self-love, for your need for self-expression. And they're more than happy to adapt these boundaries and happy to encourage this new, improved version of yourself. Keep setting those boundaries and let those boundary pushers know that you mean business. It's time that you hold your ground. Get ready to channel your inner strength and to brace yourself for some serious improvements in your life. First up, we've got stand your ground. Yeah, that's right, stand your ground. But this might actually be a really tough concept for some people to grasp at first, especially if they've never set boundaries before. Maybe you're the kind of person like me who just kind of shied away from all kinds of confrontation. Or perhaps you've been, more of a people pleaser. But guess what? It's time to break free from those limiting beliefs and unleash your inner strength. Standing your ground means staying firm and resolute to your boundaries. It's like planting your feet in the ground and just refusing to be swayed by the wind. You're taking a stand for your well-being, your happiness, and your self-respect. And let me tell you, my friends, that's not a small feat. That's big. That's huge. So it's okay. Expect it. There will be doubters. There will be haters. And there will be naysayers. Do people actually even say the word nay still? So to the naysayers, it's just like, look, they have one job. They have one job. It's in their title. Naysayers. They say nay. So that's exactly what they're going to do. They're boundary bashers, and before, you didn't know what their title was. But now you know. So narcissists, they may try to just kind of throw shade on you. They might try to just call you selfish or try to find other ways to manipulate you. Just hold up. Their words and actions have actually nothing to do with you. No, nothing. Not even a little bit. Not even a tiny bit. The narcissist is all about one thing, the narcissistic game plan. They're all about control through manipulative tactics. And all of these things, they're just desperate attempts to knock you off your game. They're threatened by this newfound, assertiveness and strength that you're showing. So yeah, it could feel like you're like a tightrope walker, at a circus, performing all these daring feats, despite all of these distractions that are around you. And as others just start shouting out negative comments and throw you off, you just remain focused, walking on that tightrope with unwavering determination, proving that, their attempts to make you stumble are going to fail. You've got your big long stick, And at the end of that stick is a boundary. And those boundaries are going to keep you balanced. So don't let any of those narcissistic tactics sway you. Just none of them. Just keep your eyes on the prize. It's your well-being. It's your happiness. So just stand proud. Let those narcissistic attempts to derail you just wash off of you, just like crashing waves on a shore. They're going to come in. They're going to go out. They're going to come in. They're going to go out. No wave lasts forever. Remember, you're a force to be reckoned with, and no one can dim your shine.